This is going to be, in my opinion, the most important video that I will ever make and will ever share. This has to do with the big picture. That we should all be aware of. Over the factors of what our reality really consists of. And who's been in control. Since the dawn of time, we've heard about the gods. There's a timeline in history of what we have been told, this war between good and evil. There has been a war between good and evil. But it has not been what we have been told. In fact, not much really has been. So many people put their faith and beliefs into this book here. I've tried to explain to the best of my capabilities what this book is all about. I've tried to explain a little bit here and there over the reality that we should all be aware of. And who has been in control throughout all of history. And the war that has been going on over control. This is why I came out the other day with my little off-the-cuff, unscripted story used in these magazines that you see before you, with the exception of this. I have a new playlist that I urge everyone to go to and watch. It is 3 videos, but all 3 are very long in duration. But it explains so much. You will understand a lot of these guys here and their roles throughout history. Okay? You will understand why somebody had to come in and save the day. I seen a comment posted in a video the other day to where someone was still trying to claim Obama as the Antichrist. I have explained that Antichrist is not anti-Jesus. It is anti-leadership. Thus, a man known as Donald Trump is that so-called Antichrist. Okay? And through these videos, you will understand this. You will even hear the factor of these tunnels in New York being brought up in the first video. The second video is of Donald Trump's inauguration ceremony itself, and the whole process thereof. And I beg you to pay special attention to what really unfolds. Now, I don't know of, and this, by the way, is through his channel, okay? Through Donald Trump's channel. In the third video, you will understand why Donald Trump has made the statements over what actions he will be taking. Okay? You will understand everything that this guy has spoke out about as far as like the media and so many other things. Donald Trump's inauguration was not what you think it was. It was not. Well, for us, it was the ceremony of him becoming president. But for the elites, and this is in my opinion, it was a graduation ceremony from Freemasonry, the secret society of Freemasonry, and he graduated to knights, to a Templar knight. Okay? And you will understand this through that third video. Yes. As far as I'm concerned, this is all real. So real that this is the most important video that I've ever come out with, regardless of the, the lack of professionalism, if you will. I told you that this book was created by the Freemason Society. There's been changes through the Mandela effect. That's been happening for many years to this. You might understand why in the first video of the playlist. The playlist itself will be entitled Wake Up America. And down in the description I will provide a link to that playlist. And if you would like to come back to the comment section of this video, if you should in fact watch all three, which will take multiple hours to do, and you won't want to miss a minute, even as far as the inauguration itself, and regardless if you've already watched it, pay attention to how the Trump family is divided. Watch where Baron Trump is placed, if it should show that. Because when I was watching it, as it was being, live streamed, Baron Trump was grabbed by the arm and pulled away from the Trump family. And there's a specific reason behind that. Okay? Remember, people, there's a couple of very old books out there. One being called The Last President, and another one, I think it's called The Adventures of Baron Trump. Okay? Now, pay attention to Baron Trump when the prayer is being given, and which Ephesians is brought up. And if it shows Baron, well, at that point in time, there's a certain point in time to where this quote from the book of Ephesians comes up during this prayer, and Baron Trump and Donald Trump as well, because they do not close their eyes during prayers. They look around. Well, most everybody else will have their heads bowed. This is because, and this is another reason why Donald Trump says, and we will bring back God to America, okay? You can understand a lot, people, but Baron Trump is separated from the Trump family, and there is specific reason for that, because he will play a role in the future of this, I believe. Okay? But it's my opinion only. In the first video, you will hear grooming being mentioned, okay? I want you to think about Barack Obama, but I also want you to think about Barron Trump, as well as a lot of these other political figureheads. And I want you to understand as well that I did my little bit of research, just real quick. And as far as the Freemason Society, okay, that is global, people, global. Now, in China, there is a Freemason Society, but that is linked to mobsters. Well, let's just say the criminal element, okay? Which will actually go back to the first video within that playlist. Because, and you will hear talk of infiltrations, all right? But basically, throughout history, it has been this Freemason Society. We're just using that, okay? Who knows what their real title is, or group name, or whatever? Because you have to understand that throughout history, there's been a lot of infiltration that has kicked off within and branched off. I mean, there's a lot of branch off cults or societies. But within the third video and towards the end, it will all come together as to Donald Trump's role as not only president, but possibly that much more. I believe all of this to be of reality. And I don't know why it has been given unto me to come out with this information, but I am glad that now the puzzle pieces have come together. I might come back with further opinionated information and connections. But if you really want to be in the know of things, take time out, watch all 3 videos, pay attention to the prayer portions of the inauguration, pay attention to the factor that it was inside, not outside, pay attention to the propaganda as far as statues, paintings, so on and so forth. There was even at one point to where this woman was explaining one of the new additions within that area, a painting. Okay, and I'll leave my opinion there as far as that goes. Just pay attention. And like I said, watch these chronologically in order as I have put them, because it will make that much more sense by time you get to the end. I can't stress enough that this is the most important video, more than likely, that I will ever come out with. The information is that valuable. People, you need to wake up, especially here in America. No, I am not thrilled, and I'm very leery about putting this content out. But I feel that this is my duty This is what I've been geared up throughout my whole lifetime to do, and I've explained this in my content. And personally, I want to be done with this. It has frayed my nerves. It has stressed me out. And it's hard telling what type of repercussions that I might experience from putting this out there. But you know, it's like the guy says in the first video, it's time to wake up, America.